let's go with the first one, that is which I've shared with you right now. That is about Susie Fao, that which you already I discussed with you. And next is Donna Karan, that I also have discussed with you. See, you can see in that the 7 easy pieces. That's the bodysuit, jacket, pants, accessorize, dress, tights, skirts, all these things which she has introduced. You can see the models are wearing the black bodysuit. On that, they are trying to wear the trench coat, the shirt, and the pants. And this is the way that model has started wearing it on the ramp. Next PPT is about your body type now. That will I'll be discussing with you. Okay. Yes. So now this body type, you can see the body type. How is the body type? There are the 3 very important body types. First is your ectomorph body, then mesomorph body, and then endomorph body. So these are the 3 body types which you should know, okay, in which you can see that how these all the body types are. Like suppose if it is ectomorph, ectomorph is the one who is very slimmer and sometimes taller and sometimes average heights also, but they're very lean body. They are very slimmer body, slim body. Mesomorph is a very perfect body, which is not slimmer also and which is not very heavier also. So that is mesomorph. And who are the endomorph body types? They are the people who are very heavier from their stomach, like their bulky stomach is there, and even sometimes they have a wider shoulders, but they don't have. They sometimes they have a wider hip also. So this is the thing which endomorphs are facing about their body structure. And so accordingly, now these body types, what kind of garments will be suitable? That is very important as a stylist you should learn about. Okay. So there are the things which you should know as this is about prints and patterns. Like suppose if there is a ectomorph body is slimmer, you need to give them more what do you say, a constructive garment so that they look because they are very shapeless, so we need to give them shape, so we need to add a constructed garments on them. We need to give them a little heavy like fullness in the garments, like we can give them a pleated sleeves or a ruffled sleeves, or we can give them a nice structured constructed peplums or a pleated trousers we can give them. So that's what all about ectomorph. But when we talk about mesomorph, they are hourglass figures also. They are very perfect figures where we can make and create so many look on them. So many fashions can be suitable to the mesomorph body. So there, that is very basics. Like you can style upon any of the style will look on them good, most probably. And for endomorph, it's very important that we have to give them not those sturdier fabrics and sturdier things. We have to give them a fluid garment so that they don't look more bulkier by giving them more. If we give them a very stiff cotton, they will look more bulkier. So there, we are not going to, what we are going to do is we are not going to give them, we are not going to give them a stiff fabrics. We have to give them a fluid fabrics. Okay. So that is about the endomorph body. Same thing, we have to think about that what kind of height they are, what kind of, always keep this in mind that before styling, it is not necessary that every body is a endomorph, ecto or meso. Sometimes there is a combinations also, like meso and ecto also can be there. Okay, so sometimes someone's body is very different shape. You never know. So for that, it's very important that you have to take the measurements personally of that particular personality or the body structure and check upon that where are the flaws and where are the pros and cons of the body shape and where we have to adjust that style. Okay, now to the mesomorphs, we can give them a very nice and large wide shoulders. Same thing we can do for ectomorphs also, because ectomorphs are the people who have a good shoulders, but they don't have that much. So here we need to give them a little bit wider angle. So where we can give a shoulder pads to them so that they look little bulkier and they look bright, little wider also. So these are the ectomorphs because they are very lean, they are very slimmer. Okay, so thing is that you need to first observe that personality, and accordingly you can only decide, because you should know the measurements to take the measurements, like what is the shoulder measurements, what are the bust measurements, what are the under bust measurements, what are the waistline measurements, what are the hip line measurements. This is all what's required for that. Okay, so I have shared with you some body types. You can study upon those in your future for the references. Then next, I have shared with you one of the presentation that is about the fashion styling and all the famous fashion. You can say all the famous fashion stylists, the fashion icons I have shared with you. Like you can see Audrey Hepburn is there, Iris Apfel is there, Marilyn Monroe is there. You can refer these all, especially these are the famous people, they are the icons in our history who are very fashionable, and they always have brought so many new things in the fashion. Audrey Hepburn is such a great fashion icon. We can give even Princess Diana. You can see so many. Princess Diana has worn a cocktail dress. I'll be showing it to you, this dress. You can see that. You can see the dress. 1 minute. Yes. Here, this is the dress she is wearing. This is a cocktail dress now, and she is wearing the stockings and the stilettos and a very beautiful, elegant choker, which is of pearls. Okay, and a pearl earrings. And you can see the way she is having a clutch in her hand. Okay, so this kind of style, this is a timeless, very unique style. And this kind of styles are also they are also called, which are very timeless, they are also called as a vintage also. I'll be sharing with you more images. So this, she is Princess Diana. Then I'll show you one more. Yes. Yes, this is the look I was telling about, the punk look. You can see this. This is the punk style, even the rock style or the punk style. This kind of style you can see over here with so many studs and so many leather kind of garments, and see the hair color, and those all those hairs are going splashing out like a spike. So that's a very punky look. Okay. Now with this style, suppose I showed you right now the image, that's a punk look. You see that in India there is a festival of Navratri which is celebrated, and generally the Navratri's costumes are very much nomadic, like tribal people. They wear so many mirrors and a lot of embroideries on the garments. Okay, now that tradition has changed because fashion has become so much advanced that now this the basic tradition was chaniya cholis used to wear by the people, or you can say ghagra cholis. But now the fashion has changed, and what the females or the males are doing, they are changing that into the styles, like wearing a lot of punky kind of hairs, colorful hairs, and giving a minimalist makeup look, and then wearing a jacket or something like that, which is embellished like those mirror embroiders. And with that, they can wear a jeans also. So that's the fashion has changed. That the fashion has changed from tradition, that is a culture, to the subculture, and that is called as a contemporary fashion. Okay, so this contemporary look which is created, which is already got inspired from so many nomads, so many tribal people. You must have seen so many tribal people wearing those kind of makeup, which can see that there are some dots over here in the eye side, sometimes under the chin, and there are the hairdos also. Sometimes it's very whirls and spirals are there. So that kind of look is actually inspired from tribals and nomads. There are the Rabari women also, which you can see in Gujarat area regions and even Rajasthan, where you will see those kind of. Now, this is not in our country only. There are the other countries also. Like if you visit to Africa, you will see there is something different. There are so many colors which Africans wear. They are in the skin color, they are black, but they are wearing which is colorful costumes, right? So from that, like I will suggest you some movies. Please watch that movie so that you can get inspired and you should know like what the fashion stylist does. So watch these movies, which I'm naming, just noted down all the movie names. You can watch a film, Queens of Kathway. That's an African movie based on a very famous chess player, the world's famous chess player. Okay, Queens of Katwe, Queens of Katwe, Katwe, Katwe. Then you can watch Devils Wear Prada. Then you can watch Alice in Wonderland. Then you can watch September issue, very important. September issue. Then you can watch Confession of a Shopaholic. Then you can watch this Phantom Thread, Phantom Thread, Sex and the City, both the parts, part one and part two. Watch it. It's on the base of the four females. They are wearing and showing a very different styles. And all the famous designers, legend designers like Chanel, Dior, Burberry, Louis Vuitton, all these designers' collection is showcased in that film. So you can see that in Sex and the City. Okay. Then there is one more film that is 29 Dresses, where she is changing so many dresses, and you can see the dresses and the styles. Then particularly there are so many movies which you can see. Latest one, that's the Birds of Prey, that you can see. Okay, so I think I will share more movies because someone must be writing it and somebody's not knowing the spellings or something mistakes are happening. So what I'll do, I'll share with you this movie names, movie list, which you can watch. But these very important are the Devil Wear Prada September issue. You can watch that film. September issue is based on a fashion director, a world famous fashion director, Anna Wintour, and she is the one who has given the big huge platforms to these all designers, whether it is Chanel, Dior, whether it is uh, Louis Vuitton, Tommy Hilfiger, Dolce and Gabbana, any of the designers. Now there are also the fashion stylists in India, very famous fashion stylists like Riya Kapoor, Ami Patel. I gave the names over there. Then you can say these are the stylists who are creating different looks. Like you can see um, Kangna Ranaut's look, or you can say Ranveer Singh look, or you can say Deepika Padukone. Shalini Nathani is the stylist of Deepika Padukone. She is a personal stylist. She is always deciding about Deepika Padukone's style wherever she has to go, whether it's a red carpet event or where a basic formal meeting, that she will be deciding about the styling. My main thing is here to tell you about that. Today I'm discussing more about these things because you should be aware like what is all about fashion styling. So here, very important points that you please note it down, that as a fashion stylist, you should know is that first thing is that, again, I'm repeating, you have to observe the things very keenly in our day-to-day life, whatever the styles are there. people or environment or images. You can source so many sites. Please note down those sites also. There is one site that is vogue.com, www.vogue.com. I can chat and just write it down here. Vogue.com is there. Who, what, where. Fashionista. Bollywood. Transine. Telegraph. Newspaper. New York Times. You should go with the New York Times. There is I magazine. High Heel Confidential. Okay, more list I will be sharing with you. If you want it, I will be sharing with you more list. But yes, you can see the Vogue.com. This is a very important where you will get all the designers' names from A to Z, and you can see their latest collections and also their previous collections. And you can see that what kind of textiles they are taking, what kind of look they have presented, the catwalk stylist has created for the designer. That also you can see the themes and the concepts which our designers are presenting on the ramp. That's also you can see there. Okay. Now, one more thing. Yes, I will be sharing you more pictures so that you can get more things about. Okay, this is the style which you can see here. These are called as a Gibbs. You can see this style. Okay, these are the Gibson Girl. They are very much hourglass kind of figure. They wear their hairstyles. The Gibsons are these. This was a culture in long back during the Paul Poirot period, that was during the 16th, 17th centuries, 18th centuries. These were the time of the people. They used to have this kind of look. This is a Gibson Girl. So this is one more style. From this style, lot of evolution has occurred, and so many stylists also refer this style, and then they create their own style by referring the Gibson look. So this is basically a Gibson Girl. Okay, there is a phase of the Gibson look also, which I will be showing it to you. See, this is the one. So can you see the hairstyle over here? That is bouffant, very bouffant kind of style, very puffy and beautifully curvaceous look is given. The makeup is very, very beautiful, feminine, and very portrait kind of look. So this kind of look was created every time for the Gibson. So you should be aware of this Gibson style. Okay. So generally the stylist has to get the refer, like you have to refer the styles. Okay, so there are other styles, like there is a nautical style. Now what is nautical style? Like I am wearing right now stripes, which you can see. Now from where the stripes got inspired, that is during that navy period. That is the navy. You can see the film Rustam ji, this Akshay Kumar's movie, the latest, and you can see in that like how the costumes are decided. So generally this nautical fashion is always about stripes. Okay, the stripes are the very important thing which is in the nautical style. Then there is a sailor collar, there are the different collar styles. So all the styles which we learn about, these are all the comes in the styling things. Okay, so there are the styles like nautical style, hippie style, then rock style, then street style. There are so many styles. Emo style. Emo style is something which is having a pixie hair. They have a very pointed hairs. So they are the emo styles. So these are the styles which you have to study upon. There are a lot of details and things which you need to do it when you join the course. So that time you get to know, because it's a very lengthy things. Okay. But yes, now what is the thing now the stylist do is about that you have to take a inspiration first. Okay, after that you have to create a mood. So that's a mood board which is created. So how the mood board is created now? Suppose the inspiration is your destination. I can say I am inspired from Goa, suppose. Now, this Goa is a very beautiful city, very liberal city, very democratic city, very secular city, and very colorful city. So, I am very much inspired from Goa, and I have to started sourcing the collection. One of my client said that uh, you make something very nice look for me. Now, one of the look I wanted her to wear is getting inspired from Goa. Like that is my decision that I'm not going to discuss with my client, but this is my personal thing. Like, yes, I want to start. I want to get inspired from Goa, and I want to create a look. So what I'll be doing is that I will be sourcing so many shops. Okay, I will be sourcing so many shops. That means what I'm doing. That means the term is called as a pulling. Pulling. Pulling the clothes from the service studios is done. This is a technical term which is the fashion stylist used. Okay, and that fashion stylist has to pull the garments, means shop the garments. The day she is hired as a fashion stylist, that day itself, when she starts shopping for that clothes, that is called as a pulling day. Pulling, pulling day. And the clothes which she is grabbing from various studios, that is called as a pulling. So there are so many big brands now. Let me tell you, there are that big brands like Zara, like Armani, like Burberry, like Indian designers also, like Sabyasachi, or you can say Nita Lula. So many designers are there. Ritu Kumar, okay, Shantanu and Nikhil, then Falguni and Shane Peacock. Now, what they do is that sometimes, for if we are styling for a Vogue magazine, you are an editorial stylist. What you're going to do? Being an editorial stylist, you have to show the cover page, and you are getting inspired from Goa. So you need some outfits very which are going to give a look of the Goa. Okay, so you will start sourcing those kind of look from so many designers, boutiques, so many brands you will be sourcing out. That means you're pulling out, and from that you will be collecting that costume. Like, suppose it's a very floral and very colorful maxi dress. Suppose I say for a beach wear, then you will be sourcing that. Now you want to show it on the cover page. So are you going to just go and just collect that randomly from anywhere, the maxi dress? No. You want it to give a very unique color of that maxi dress, which is very different, and that will be the upcoming fashion. So here you need to know the trend now. That what are the trendy colors which are going to be of 2021 now, and accordingly you will start referring your Pantone colors, Pantone Pantone colors that you will be referring, and you will be checking with that. Like these are the colors, from that which color you will be finalizing for your cover page, and that way you will start sourcing that. Okay. So what basically is that now the look which you are deciding is all about the source of the dress, then source of the jewelry, like what kind of accessorizing material you want to give, then the footwears, and then the hairstyle, the hairdo. For that also you need some hair accessories that you can will be sourcing out, and what you say, the makeup which you are going to put upon. So that's all what you are going to do. How you're going to do that is taking the inspiration from Goa. The beauty of the Goa is going to be there in your inspiration, and accordingly you will be creating an inspiration board. After that you will be creating a mood board. Now what is the mood board? What is a mood board? Mood board is where the moods are created. Like Goa is a tour destination, okay, where you are going to go and enjoy the beach side, you are going to enjoy the colorful side of the Goa. So basically the mood is about happiness, fun, love, romance, or it can be more about it. So all these moods, you are going to collect such pictures from sourcing in the Google, Instagram, and Pinterest. You will be sourcing those kind of image which are showing that kind of mood in that picture. And then you can collage those pictures and create your mood board. Sometimes in your mood board itself, the color board is there. And sometimes you need to make a separate color board. So that's the way you should have a inspiration board, your mood board, your color board, like that. You need to make that. Then what you will be doing? Makeover the image. First you will be trying upon yourself. Always there is a styling tip which I will be giving to you all. That is that always look upon in front of the mirror, stand in front of the mirror, and don't look here. Just look at the mirror and see. When you look it in the naked eyes, the red color, and when you see it in the mirror, it will be very much exactly the clear image. So whenever you decide to look for any of your model, it's very important that you look at the mirror, you place that model in front of the mirror and look at it. In the films also, they generally have the monitors. Okay. So in monitors, whenever the shooting is going on, the designer is sitting over there, the stylist is sitting over there in front of the monitor, that's a screen, and she will be just looking upon that whether the look is right or wrong. If there are some mistakes, then immediately it is rectified only once she's just look upon this screen. If you don't look in the screen and you don't see, then how you will get to know, like whatever the visualizations you have created on that particular personality, whether it's right or wrong. Okay, so there are some tips, like this is the tip that you always has to check upon with your naked eyes, simultaneously with your mirror also, like what it is exactly showing up. So getting inspired, after that inspiration, you have to make a mood board, you have to make a color board, then you have to create a story also of your garment, like what kind of style it is. Now if it is a Goa, the concept is Goa. Now my inspiration is Goa itself, so here I will be shooting that particular garment by giving that background, that feel. Now, it is not necessary that I have to show that whole background with the wallpaper of the Goa. No, I can take some interesting background, whatever the beauty of the Goa I like. From that, I can pick up one element also. It can be color also. It can be a structure also. Sometimes it can be a church or the roof of that, houses which are there in the Goa, which I have seen that very different, unique houses are there. Architectural point of view, if you say, then Goa is very beautiful. So that I want something, that element, and I just picked up and I just want that as a prop. I use that as a prop and I constructed and I created a background. So here, even that also the stylist has to decide by coordinating with the art directors. When we do a shooting for this kind of editorial shoots or any of the catalog shoots, if you're going for an e-commerce stylist, if you are going to become an e-commerce stylist, you need to know that what kind of uh, backdrops you're going to give for your catalogs also. Yes, because e-commerce, like if you see, you have seen like Mintra's lookbook or Flipkart lookbook. You saw that how the lookbook is decided. There are the backgrounds. There are the, sometimes there are no backdrops. Only the white plain background is there. And the costume is enhanced because as a e-commerce stylist, you also have to keep in mind that you are selling a product, and for that, that product has to be enhanced. The product has to be more emphasized. Okay, you cannot just give a huge background with so much loud background and your dress and your style just get dominated. That should not happen. So here you have to balance. So the next topic, the next step is that you always has to balance your colors, you have to balance your patterns, you have to balance your structure of the garment, and as well as you have to balance your backgrounds of the combinations that you're going to take it up. So these are all the things which are there included in the styling, like all this which I have explained. Now, yes, I will be showing you one more thing